There we go. All right. Well, of course, when you're up on top of the world, out in the galaxy, like I am, of course you get what's a few little knobs and controls. But hi, guys. Welcome to the show tonight. Don't forget to put down where you're from. Oh my God, all my friends are showing up. And I am going to give all of you tonight the best reasons to be a positive person. Okay. And a few keys that will motivate you to keep up the good work and do even better. So stick around and find out how. So I'm going to introduce myself. I am Joan of Angels. Yep, that's me. And if you are new to my channel, I want to thank you for joining us. And if you're a regular, I'm so grateful for my tribe and that I get to talk to you every Monday night like this in Miracle Monday. So please like, share, and subscribe, and that will help us grow the tribe and grow this channel for sure as we spread our wings and bring messages of inspiration, positive living, and stepping into the miraculous. So guys, let's all turn on our power together to shift into the higher frequencies. So if you haven't met me before, really, I'm an intuitive guide, and I help you navigate the tricky waters that we're in. And we are in tricky waters. So I help you remember who you are and why you are here. In fact, the free ebook I'm giving away on my website at joanofangels.com is all about how to find your mission and purpose in life and really live your passionate life and live what you came here to do. But so that's what I do. I help you remember why you're here. And I help you access and use the skills that you have been given to do what you came here to do, which is where the juice is, and which is what is being called for right now. And it is being called for right now. We're living in very, very tricky times. And I just want to thank my friend Canelo. I'm actually going to interrupt myself for a second. So I'm going to show you this in a minute, but this is how I check in with consciousness and positivity. And Canella repaired this beautiful pendulum today for me. So I want to say thank you to my friend Canella. All right. And thank you to my friend Doug as well, who appreciates all of us. And come back to the desert soon. The weather is getting better. Okay. So I call these sessions, guys, soul awakening sessions. And that's because I feel like I'm a little DNA activation mechanism that really turns on something inside of you that connects you with what you're here to do, no matter if you're from Idaho, North Carolina, or Seattle. All right. We all want to become a force to be reckoned with. Why? We're living in tricky times. Do you want to be at effect? Or do you want to be that human that can stand in his or her own truth, that can see whatever is unfolding, step back and look at the big picture and not fall apart? Because we are, as I said again, it's probably the 10th time I've said this, tricky waters. There will be some things my guides have shown me that are going to be unsettling. And so Spirit wants you to be prepared. And the way you prepare is you prepare yourself from inside. So if you want to work with me in any way, shape, or form, Tina will put up the link to the Soul Awakening sessions, and we'll go from there. And greetings to Long Island, where I was born. Well, I wasn't born there, but I was raised there. Have a lot of good feelings about it. So those sessions, by the way, are my most favorite thing to do, besides teaching and besides loving on you. So last thing I want to say is go over to my website and get the free book on how to know what you're here to do, because it's actually a very clear, concise, good, and considering it's free, it's even better. Okay. Now I'm about to bring on our backroom tech specialist, Tina Marie. You don't always get to see her, but we're bringing her on for a minute tonight. But I do want to say before she comes, all right, she's the one who controls all the comments And if we're doing readings, she's the one who determines who gets a reading or not. So it's always good to be on Tina Marie's good side. So come on up, Tina. Yeah, there she is. Hi, Tina Marie. How are you?
I'm doing good. How is everybody out there tonight?
Well, I don't know. They seem to be commenting from all around the place. And
I see that.
okay, we're looking for a few out of town people too, and some really wonderful guests are here. I know, and Tina. So first of all, everyone, you know that Tina and I have the same birthday, so we share the same kind of overall mission every year, right?
Yes.
Both Pisces. So, what did you want to share with everyone tonight?
Well, you have your HempWorks products, and I did get the shampoo. I have to tell you, it works great. It works really good to the point where this is a funny story. I tried it. I've only used it for a week. The first 2 nights that I used it, I went into a deep meditation, fell asleep, and I have 2 dogs, and one on each side of me abruptly woke me up because they were rubbing their heads into my hair and sneezing and just having a good time with my hair. So if you want to know like how it works beautiful. I even have a sample of it here. So in case, I don't know if you can see it.
Oh yeah, wait, show it so we can see it. So that's the HempWorks shampoo, guys.
Yeah.
Tina will put the link up there.
Yeah.
That's a cute story.
What's that?
That's a cute story. Your dogs just loved it. Do you use it on your dogs yet?
I will this weekend.
Okay. And guys, I also have the conditioner because I have blow away frizz ball. And so it's a good product. And I like that you said that it kind of puts you back into your meditation.
Right.
So you feel calm. Listen, guys, our bodies used to be filled with cannabinoids. Well, they are filled with cannabinoids, and hemp used to be in everything. So when you really want to get back to health, it will help you get back to health. And HempWorks is what I think is a fantastic brand. And so Tina will put the link up in there for you guys.
All right. Bye, everybody. Have a great night.
Thank you, love. I wish I could smell her hair too, right?
All right. Bye-bye.
I want to smell her hair. Okay, guys. So I'm going to get really focused. And I want to tell you again. So last night, or over the weekend rather, I said to my guides, okay, what are we going to talk about on Monday night? And the first night they said nothing. But on the second night, well, we're going to put the link up there for everyone. And Tina can, if you put it in the comments too, then they could just get it right off of there. The shampoo is really good. So anyway, so I was thinking about what am I going to talk about? And they just said, they really gave me this concept of stepping into your positivity, stepping into the state where you can hold your ground. So not just raise your vibes, because that's a step to positivity, but how you can hold your ground and be stable and steady no matter what is thrown at you. And when I say that, that's what I mean, no matter what is thrown at you. And that means because we have a topsy-turvy world and things are changing. So these tools are to empower you inside to positivity. So how do we get to positivity? Well, step one, we let go of negativity and wait till I show you why you're going to get blown away. So we're going to start off by an end. We actually have the energy of the full moon with us tonight. And so that too is fantastic. So I think the apex was this afternoon and my friend Michelle was here and she said, oh, we're like at the apex of the full moon. And she started doing the process of letting go what doesn't serve her. And all of the things, shame, humiliation, fear. So I want you to get the best out of any show or any kind of workshop, this is like a group training here, it always helps if you put in the comments, if you answer me. Okay, so the top thing you want to get rid of so that when I play the bowl and after I show you the why, you'll all be on board with me to really clear the field, clear the frequency so that you will step your frequency into the highest of frequencies. And I even brought my book out, of which I made a little slideshow, 2 slides, Power versus Force, to tell you all about it. Okay? So, for instance, what things about us keep us in a lower vibration? So I'm going to tell you right up front. It's the energy of shame. Well, feeling good gets you into the higher vibration, but we are first going to let go of the lower vibration. What kinds of things, and I love you too, what kinds of things put you in that lower frequency? So I'm going to give you a clue, and I'm going to share my screen for a minute so you actually can see what I'm talking about. Okay, we're going to add that to the screen. Oh, yeah. Okay, and this is the one I wanted to show you. I'm sorry it's not bigger, but that's because then my whole screen is covered with the slide. Okay, so this book written by Dr. David Hawkins, a fantastic book. And what he did is he wanted to create a scale of consciousness. In other words, how do I be the most highest vibrational person ever? Which of course will turn you into a positive person who knows his or her truth. So in this book of the level of consciousness, he starts by sharing with us at the lowest level of consciousness, these are our emotions. And I bet that most of you go through some of these emotions all day long in a different way, okay? You know, in a different period of time. So for instance, Canella was over at the house visiting me, and I was sharing a situation where my feelings had gotten hurt, and I threw myself at, and made all these calls that I probably shouldn't have made, reached out in a way that made me feel less than. And it was pure shame. And yet we can transform them. So the lowest frequency is shame. When you are in shame or guilt, how many of you feel guilt? Guilt from California, guilt, or apathy. And these are in the ascending scale. So guilt is a higher vibration than shame. Apathy, which is not even caring, is a little bit higher than guilt. Grief and fear are next. And as we go up to desire and anger and pride. Okay? All those are still in the negative frequency. So they bring down your energy. And greetings to New Jersey. Some of my favorite people are here tonight. So when we talk about raising our vibrational frequency, guys, we have to look at how do we let go of shame? How do we let go of guilt? How do we let go of apathy? How do we let go of all of these lower frequency vibrations? And when we get to courage, courage is only 200, but it is a turning point. It is a turning point. And so many times on Miracle Monday, I am always talking about stepping into courage. Okay? Get your courage on. And even that's only, a little thing. But now keep going. We move into neutrality. We move into, I think it says willingness. My eyes aren't working. Acceptance, reason. We move into love. We move into joy, peace, and enlightenment. So the highest is at a 700. In Dr. Hawkins' scale, I always have it as 1,000, but he has a 700. And here's what he says about these frequencies. I want you to understand this, so you will understand this. If you become a positive human, sharing your best gifts in the world, living your truth and your purpose, sharing your gifts with the world, and raising your frequency from courage all the way up to love, to peace, to enlightenment. Enlightenment being 700, one individual at 700 counterbalances 70 million people at less than 200. So, honey guys, my dearest ones, if you want a reason to actually work with this scale of consciousness, to release your anger and frustration, all of those things that keep you lower, then you can actually positively impact 70 humans, 70 million people who are at less than 200. Okay. My Jersey girls are in the house, and we're sending a lot of love and miracles to them because they're part of changing my vibrations. Okay. Now, let's say you're only at 600, which is peace. Okay. 600 counterbalances 10 million people. So you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to pretend you're the guru and that you're the one who's always like this. You can actually truly be yourselves, my dearest ones, and get that. Okay. Now at 500, it counterbalances 750,000 individuals. So another way to look at it, let me find it, is to move us to the next slide. And we're going to look at it this way so you can see it a little better. You can see that all of this, and see how the cone, your cup gets full. It goes from that little point where you have a tiny little personality because you're all emotion. You're all negative vibration at that place. And look what happens. Every level brings you into a higher expansion of consciousness until you have become pure level consciousness. So I thought today that somehow, because my guide said we are into positivity, and I was sitting there this afternoon going, well, I go into meditation. What am I saying? And the next thing I know, they showed me a picture of the book, and they said, but of course, how do you step into positivity but by raising your consciousness? And how do we raise our consciousness except by a conscious consciousness ascension and transformation. So that is what we are doing. Now, the good news, and happy to see everyone. I love it when all my friends come on. The good news is that, so Dr. Hawkins used muscle testing to test, and muscle testing is great. And as a chiropractor, it's a fantastic tool, but it's harder to muscle test yourself unless you've learned to muscle test your fingers. And his technique always relied on someone else testing. But you can do the same thing with your pendulum. You could say, what is my vibrational frequency right now on a scale of, and now I do it on 1 to 10 because my pendulum is set up on a scale of 1 to 10. So it's set up to go. So if I was at a 2, it would show like this. If I was at a 5, I'd be here. So go up to a 10. So I literally ask, what is my vibrational frequency on a scale of 1 to 10 right now. And the good news is, and I didn't practice this, but it's showing that it is a 10. Now, it is a 10 for several reasons. It's a 10 because coming on this show restores my soul. It's a 10 because when I come on this show, I actually work with myself to put myself in the most positive of frames of mind. And if I have to go, like I said, I felt that shame this afternoon. I worked to heal it and let it go till I got back to enlightenment. So we're going to hear it for enlightenment. So here's how we're going to do this. Oop, I have to put this back up. And we're going to go to the one before. All right, here we go. So the first thing that we are going to do, and notice that I usually do the bowl when I first come in, but we're going to ask Spirit to help us release everything because we are still in that apex of that full moon. And the answer to that is yes. So a kinesiologist, if it works with your muscles, and if they are working with muscle testing and working with your muscle, and especially if they're working with herbal medicine, then yes, they're working with all of those reflex points, and that's a good thing. So go for it, my dear. Okay, now, and we have LA in the house. I love that. All right. Oh, we have LA coming from the house, coming from LA in a few minutes too. You might even hear them coming in. All right. So here we go, guys. I want everyone first to take a deep breath in. And then, we're going to let it all out and send your roots down to the center of the earth. And then again, we're going to take that deep breath in. And then we're going to let it go and send our roots down to the center of the earth, down, 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 down through the mantle, down through the rocks, down through the underground rivers and waters, down, 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 till the caves and down into the center of the earth. Beautiful. And again, I want you to now, taking another deep breath in, I want you to send your antenna all the way up to the heavens. And we do that so you can start to bring in that higher frequency energy as you raise your vibration and energy up to the scale of enlightenment. So, dearest ones, letting go right now as a collective, imagining that we are going to let this go, and it is going to go down through your feet, down into the center of the earth. So we are going to let go of shame. We are going to let go of guilt. We're going to let go of apathy. We're going to let go of grief. Letting go of fear. Letting go of desire. Letting go of anger and rage. Letting go of pride. Letting go of anything that lowers our happiness, lowers our joy, lowers our frequency, lowers our mood. Letting go of anything that keeps us feeling stuck, miserable, victim, unhappy, miserable. Whew. Breathing in courage. And with that feeling of courage, I want you to imagine right now, just like the Tin Man who was given courage by the Wizard of Oz, who was looking to get courage from the Wizard of Oz. We want you to know something. That courage resides right inside of you. It resides right inside of your heart. We are instilling in you right now the courage to do your best work, the courage to find your purpose and your passion, the courage to be yourself, the courage to be the leaders that each and every one of you are, the courage to show up, the courage to be eccentric, the courage to be more than you. Because when you are encouraged, you will tip the scale into miracles. You'll tip the scale into neutrality. Neutrality, which I see as, that 5 on a scale of 1 to 10. You're half here, here's the miserable part, and here's the grace on this side. So when we go from courage to neutrality, right? And we get that heart inside, okay? When we have that heart, when we learn to have that heart beating and radiating out from inside of him, okay? So we go up to acceptance. We ask to accept ourselves, accept others, accept our foibles and our weaknesses and the fact that our lack of perfection 24/7. And we forgot willingness, but it's a willingness to put yourself out there. Oh, I did say that. A willingness to go the extra mile. The willingness to go beyond what even you expect of yourself. Why? So that you could get into that state of reason and raising your frequency higher than ever. And finally into that state of love. That state of love where your heart starts to expand out, filling your pores, filling your throat chakra so that you can speak your truth. Filling your heart so that when you radiate love, you are beginning to raise the consciousness of 750,000 individuals who are below 200. So that, my dear friends, is a very, very good thing. Raising this level of consciousness, love is at 500. Joy goes up to 540. Peace is at 600. And that state of enlightenment is up to 700 to 1,000. So I have now showed you how to raise your level of consciousness. You can get that chart right on the internet. And you can literally, well, if you have a pendulum, it's really easy. You can ask to let go of all fear, all worry, all lack, all of those, all shame, all guilt, all misery, all victimhood. Look, we even have to do it twice. Because what did I tell you guys? If you're on your way to heaven, the heavenly realms, if you're on your way to nirvana, and the wheelbarrow that you're carrying behind you is so full of your CRAP, is so full of your lower frequency vibration, that wheelbarrow will be so heavy that it will not let you lift off. And I know you know this. That's when you feel you're most miserable, where you're walking around with a cloud over your head and you don't know how to shift your vibration into that being that positive human. So now, guys, I'm so glad you needed it because I needed to share this all with you. Now get this. As we've raised our vibrations and as we are stepping into that positive place of sharing love, of sharing peace, of sharing harmony, of sharing our positivity, of sharing our higher vibration, of sharing our joy and our love, of sharing the happiness we feel, of walking around in this state of grace where people around you go, I don't know what's with that person, but I feel so good when they come in the room. Because this too, each one of you are capable of doing now. Your frequency is capable of being changed in this moment right now. You turn it up. You turn it up. You turn on that miracle mastery switch that I have taught you about, that I talk about on the website. I show you when you work with me in those soul awakening programs, I actually teach you how to manage your miracle mastery switch and turn it up for your enlightenment and your power. Spirit told me to share this wisdom with you today because it's more important than ever. Yes, it's more important than ever. We are going into another period of time where it may be rocky, not just in our country, but around the world. And my cell phone, pinged, so I know it's accurate. It's going to be a harder time than any of us from America have ever experienced. And I'm telling it to you now, so you don't think I'm an alarmist, so you're prepared. But I need you to be prepared, body, mind, and spirit. So your body gets prepared in this positivity by you having everything you need. Now, the food you need, the vitamins you need, the herbs you need, the tinctures you need, the batteries you need, the flashlights you need, okay, the water. That's your body. Your mind, okay, well, your mind needs to do several things. Your mind needs to flick that switch to a 10 so that your lower fear and worry do not take over, no matter what happens. So in order to be that positive human and be in that state of leadership, be in that state of knowing the truth of who you are and knowing that these times are the times we came here for, do not run into the corner like a scared chicken. I'm giving you the tools to mastery right here, okay? So you choose to release your anger and frustration and most of all your fear, all those lower frequencies, and do whatever you have to. If you have to run around the block and go, I'm releasing my fear, I'm releasing my negative, I have to sing them sometimes, okay? Or I use my pendulum. You release it. And then you start to get into that state of balance and you look around and you go, okay, I'm now here at Courage. What is it going to take? And what is needed here? Let's look with discernment. What is being called forth that I can provide? How am I going to stay steady no matter what? That is your mind, okay? Now we look at your consciousness too, your spirit, the spiritual aspect, and that's why raising your vibration to the highest frequency possible will bring peace, harmony, and balance even in the midst of chaos. Because if you're not being Chicken Little, well, if you are being Chicken Little, you're part of the problem. If you're not being Chicken Little, then you're part of the solution. And on that note, I just signed up for some self-defense classes. Why? Because I know we're in for challenging times. And I know that my mission is to empower myself to feel strong and confident no matter what is thrown at me. Now, does this mean I'm going to take chances, and think I'm this tough woman? Like, come on, give me a break. I'm that ain't me. All right, Miss Tough. No, I'm the miracle woman, Joan of Angels. I believe in prayer and meditation and higher frequencies and surrounding myself with beautiful angelic art and friends who are miracle allies and who help me let go when I'm not in my highest place too. So we collectively, and that's why I'm glad you've all been showing up. And on my YouTube channel, guys, I want you to know something. In the last month, my YouTube channel has grown by over 350 people. And in the last year, it went from like 53 people last August to almost 800 people, thanks to all of you. And that means my videos get seen. That means more people join in the chats. It means it's going to grow. And it means I get to raise the vibes of millions. Well, this is my dream, raising the vibes of millions of people around this planet. But I know that if I teach you how to raise your own vibes, guys, you will be part of my solution, because every one of you, all right, higher dimension, Regina, Denise, Margaret, Canella, any one of you, when you align with me here, and Antonia, when you align with me here, we are now collectively raising that vibrational frequency, so that all of us, by the time we end this tonight, you will all collectively be with me at that place of a 10, at that place where we hold that power of enlightenment. And thank you, Tina, she reminded me. We're going to be starting at 6 p.m. Pacific time, which is going to be 9 p.m. Eastern time. And we're doing it for several reasons. Number one, when we do it at 7, well, I'm done at 8. By the time I download and do all the other stuff, I'm so hyped up and excited, I cannot get to bed until midnight, 1 o'clock, which is not good for me because I wake up at 6 no matter what. Okay, so we decided, and Tina lives on the East Coast, so it is 10 o'clock for her right now, 10:30. So we are making it a little earlier, and please put it also in the comment section so it shows up on each of those comments, Tina, and let everyone know. So next week, not just the underneath, but we can post the comments, post it as a comment too. And we're doing that so that you actually, wanted to remove that. Okay, I guess I can't do that now. I'm doing that so we can all benefit, and also for Tina Marie. Okay. Yeah, shake it up a little. 6 p.m. All my friends who are east of me can get it a little earlier. Okay, so yes, so let's do a little bit of energy vibrational raising right now. And yes, your feedback always helps. Raise or let me know if you feel your energy shifting as we talk. Okay? I want to know if you're feeling already that energy shift, because this is going to get you into the power of that new moon that's still with us. What happens? We let go, and then we implement how we want to be. I want to be a person that walks around wings spread, that when people are in the same room as me, they feel wonderful. They don't know why, maybe, but they feel their energy empowered. So I don't know who's with me. 70 million people. Let's raise the vibration of those people, positively impact 75 million people who are at 200, which is courage, or below. Who's with me? Raise your hand if that's what you want to do. All right, Joanna, that was for you too on the East Coast, 9 p.m. And I'm happy about that. Yeah, because I want to please everyone too. I want to make us all happy. I want you guys to help me grow this show, Miracle Monday. I do it in honor of my friend Brian, who died on the first night that I started this show a few years ago. And he died of an overdose, and really made me commit to, I'm going to do this show every Monday. And I have almost without fail since that happened 3 years ago. All right, so are you ready? And Joanne, I want you to do this with me too, wherever you are. So in order to send the energy, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to raise that tower of miracle power so that each of you will raise your energy to that 10. Like think of a electric pole or those telephone poles. Okay, it doesn't take a genius to see it in your mind's eye. But imagine that it goes all the way up to the heavens, that pole. It goes outside the planet, or not even that high, but high enough that it can look around and see what's going on down at Earth and go round and round. And Denise, honey, my dad passed a few days ago. I had candles with him. Who was it a few weeks ago that their mother had passed and my mom had just passed and I was in tears? But we're going to send prayers to all dads and all moms who have passed. So we're holding that higher resonance. Okay? And remember, all right, so we are going to, when we send our roots down the center of the earth and we've sent our antenna up to the heavens, we are grounded. Okay? And imagining now that that antenna is more or less like a radiating station. Of course it is. It's positively impacting 70 million people, okay? So it's a radiant tower. And it hooks up with Tina's radiant power in Pennsylvania and Joanne's radiant miracle tower in New Jersey. And now we've hooked up to Santa Fe and we've hooked up to Canada. And we've hooked up to the other realms. And now, knowing that we are electrical, because that antenna is going from me to each and every one of you, literally lighting up on fire and encircling our planet with the highest of frequencies. So I'm sending to you now from my right hand, because the right sends energy. I am sending you higher vibrational frequency from the source here, and you are to send it back to me. So I receive with my left. So you receive this energy I send you with my right. You receive it with your left, and then you send the energy back from your right hand to me. So we always start by rubbing our hands together, raising that energy, raising that energy, raising that energy. I'm having so much fun. Who's having fun with me? Let me know. Agape of all frequencies, yes, and may the peace within be part of this peace without. We are sending the healing light. So bringing that energy between your hands and playing with it. And then with your right hand, with your left hand, receive the energy I am sending you. And with your right hand, send that energy back to me. So I am receiving that energy. And now, right now, feeling that energy lighting up and going all the way up through the top of that antenna, like that charging station, sending radiating beams out to 76 million souls, because together, because it's more than one light tower, because we are collectively aligned, we are sending positive vibrations out to 70 million people, and we are having a blast in those higher dimensional frequencies. And so it is. Who's enjoying themselves tonight? All right, who is feeling the raise of their vibrations? Any questions about anything we have shown tonight? Good, then I'm going to explain it to you in a new way so you get it. I want you to repeat after me. I am a positive human. I am a positive human having fun being positive. I am a positive human having fun watching a show, getting excited about having a tower of miracle power that is lighting up not just me, but each of you tonight, and sending it round and round and round the planet. Who else has got a smile on their face and beaming that most magnificent of radiance coming from your heart and coming from that antenna of light and that antenna of magnificence, of intention, of radiation, of inspiration. Sweetheart, you are brilliant. You are magnificent. Do us all a favor and use these tools and raise that frequency to the highest of places and practice it tomorrow. Practice it when you get ready to make that phone call or you get ready to walk outside the sanctuary from where you are residing and feeling that letting go and literally saying, okay, Joan says to let it go. I'm going to let it go. I'm going to let go of worry, shame, humiliation, lower frequency, lower this, all those soul contracts that are keeping me bound, all those ties, other people's opinions. And guess what? I'm going to be my crazy self. I am going to be that self of mine that's actually going to show up. Guys, we're in a 7-day today numerologically, and a 7-day is about truth and integrity. It's about having the honesty to be yourself and share yourself. All right? Every time I come on this show, it gets easier and easier the more I'm sharing my authentic commitments, my authentic truths, the authentic messages that I receive, not as Joan, my friends, but as Joan of Angels. And there is a difference between Joan, the human, Joan, the person, Joan, who does experience shame and humiliation and a need to let go and a need to just rebalance sometimes, and Joan, who is just sometimes another human on this 3D world. But what do? I realign myself so I can show up, especially when I'm supposed to show up as Joan of Angels. So we tune up our vibrations to the highest energies, to the role models, the goddesses, the higher beings that we trust and admire, to the Christ consciousness, or to the Mother Mary divine energy. And we bring her energy into our body, and we become one with that higher frequency. So we have even more than chills, but that we become that one. When I do my readings, when I do my chiropractic, when I do my soul awakening or my teachings, I align myself with that high vibrational spirit, that higher dimensional being that walks with me. This very high 14th dimensional energy being that is right here on my right. And I align myself with the 3 ascended masters that are here on my left. And I align myself this way so that that which I say is not Joan's truths, but is the truth that has come because I am allowing myself to be used for a higher consciousness so that we can all come together. And one person, let's put it this way. There were 24, 25, 30 people on tonight. And let's raise those numbers. Because if 1,000 people were on tonight, we'd be lifting 76 million plus souls around the planet. So please, everyone, I want you to, when we get off, I want you to write down what you will embrace. Because we're done with the clearing. So what are we embracing? We're embracing love. We're embracing joy. We're embracing happiness. We're embracing my dearest friend Shima, who you will get to see tomorrow or the next day when we go live a few times together. Shima, say hi.
Hi, everyone. Oh, it's so good to be here, Joan.
Oh, my God. She just came in. I haven't seen her for a long time.
And it's a full moon in Pisces.
And it's a full moon in Pisces.
Yay, couldn't have that. And my midheaven and her sun.
All right. Okay. And she and I are both Libra moons together. But she and I will set up a soul time and you will get to see us and step into the miraculous with us.
Yay.
Do you want to say hi, Lee?
Oh, good.
And Lee
Or
has.
they don't have to.
That's all right.
Next
Say
time.
hi.
All right, guys. So action is happening here at the sanctuary. Just go do your thing. Go to the bathroom probably first. I know women.
Thank you.
I love you both. So they just walked in the door from the Conscious Life Expo, which I did not get to go to this weekend because I had the sniffles and my energy. So I didn't go. And I'm going to just catch up on it now. All right, guys. Let's do a recap. The recap is you now all know how you can raise your consciousness from feeling crappy to feeling the power of enlightenment. You now know to get up to that 10 or 7 plus, as he says. You also know how to, besides letting go, you also know how to then propel yourself from a 200, from courage, and then up to willingness and up to neutrality. And then you know how to get beyond that up to peace and love and enlightenment. And you understand the why. The why being that you, when you do that kind of work, can positively impact millions of people. And Patricia Blum, I'll tell her that. Okay, so you will be positively, when you get off, repeat after me. I am a magnet for miracles. I am a magnet for peace. I'm a magnet for enlightenment. I am a magnet that raises the vibrational frequency around the planet. I am a magnet for that tower of miracle power. Whoa! So, who feels positive tonight? Is it just me? All right. Is it just me? I am that I am. And notice I use the word becoming a positive human. Human, the word "hu" is godlike. So godlike man. So promise me this, that you're going to remember to balance your body, mind, and spirit so you can do what you came here to do. Please and help me out. Go to my YouTube channel if you haven't already and like, subscribe, and share. Go to the website and check out the free ebook that everyone gets that's on how to be the best you could be, because that's what's important. And check out that soul awakening session so that you can remember your best gifts, you can awaken, you can activate, and you can actually do what you came here to do and be the best of your vibrational frequencies. Use that tower of miracle power, stay in that flow, and remember to stay positive. And I will see you all next week. 6 p.m. Don't forget. See you then.